What's good? What's good? If you in the building, let's share for your boy because the trap phone ain't working. I'm trying to share on the trap phone, and the trap phone ain't cooperating right now. But I mean, I'm on my normal phone, but the trap phone ain't working right now. Real rap. But if you ain't here watching your boy, press share. Let's chop. If somebody's in the comment, I might have somebody pull up and talk with your boy. But for whatever reason, your trap phone is acting stupid right now. I ain't got my usual setup because what I saw, kind of slid across my desk. You feel me? Whoever's in the building, I'll let your boy. I can't see that right now. You know what I mean? Well, I can see it from comments, but let me know if you in the building. If you in the building, press share for your boy. Obviously, this is not my normal setup. You feel me? It's a little darker in this room. My kids here. She got mad stuff happening in my normal space. You feel me? So I decided to come here to chop with y'all for a little bit. You in the building, announce yourself, man. Let me see my Knicks fans in the building. But I'm here because press share for your boy. That's the most important part. I can't share it. So I need y'all to share for me. Feel me? Uh, so it just so happened to roll across my desk. I haven't really been posting much during this off season because I've been tired of, talking about the same things over and over again, which Donovan Mitchell and all the rumors revolving around that. I've been tired of talking about it. I've been tired of seeing it. I've been tired of, coming online and people getting my comments talking about trading Julius Randle and then it becomes a Julius Randle trade show. Uh, I hate these things. So I kind of fell back, and plus, real life shit. I'm a grown ass man. I got real life things to do. This is not paying me yet, so I go and do those things when I can. So now here's what I have to say about the situation. I heard the snippet of Stephen A. Smith uh, getting on whatever show he was on. I forget. You feel me? And him saying that he would absolutely trade RJ Barrett for Donovan Mitchell with first round because the Bucks needs a star. I think this is absolutely stupid and ridiculous for you to even consider the thing. I think the New York Knicks is doing the exact right thing by not trading RJ Barrett or even considering the notion. Uh, Cognac, Harry, you already know the vibe. Cognac. Yeah, I'm the cognac king. They call me Mr. Hennessy for a reason. Cognac, always. I mean, I think it's absolutely ridiculous for anybody to consider trading RJ Barrett for anything. I mean, except for you talking about somebody who's a proven champion, somebody who you know is going to come to this organization and actually bring a championship. You trade RJ Barrett for somebody like LeBron. You trade somebody for RJ Barrett for somebody like Kawhi Leonard. Somebody that you know that there's a possibility of just this person being on the team exponentially raises your level of championship potential to championship. Like that's what you like. And no discredit to Donovan Mitchell. I'm taking sections on there, Perry. Uh, uh, my man Perry was talking about what I was sipping on. Let me get a drink real quick. You know what I mean? Before I start going in, right? So no disrespect to Donovan Mitchell. I would actually absolutely love him to be in New York Knicks if the supporting cast around him is the right supporting cast around him. You feel me? And I'm not taking away nothing from Donovan Mitchell because he's taking his team to the playoffs every year he's been in the NBA. And I'm not taking nothing away from the man. You feel me? Also, before I get into my theory of why Donovan Mitchell, why I wouldn't trade RJ Barrett for Donovan Mitchell, let me just say this, right? Let me paint this picture first, I have tremendous respect for Stephen A. Smith and who he built himself up to be as a media personality. I respect that. But what I don't respect him as a Knicks fan at all whatsoever. You feel me? Whatsoever. I don't respect him as a Knicks fan whatsoever. He doesn't speak for me as a Knicks fan. He might have the biggest platform of all Knicks fans, quote unquote. Him being a Knicks fan, quote unquote, that's the part that's in quotation. Him being a Knicks fan. He may have the biggest platform, but he doesn't speak for me as a Knicks fan, bro. He does not. He does not. You feel me? At all. Because for you to say that the highest draft pick we had since Patrick Ewing, a young guy that's still only 21 years old, that's showing tremendous improvement in his game every year. Every year, RJ Barrett is showing tremendous improvement in his game. Let's not remember, highest draft pick we had since Patrick Ewing. Showing tremendous improvement in his game every year. We should trade that guy for a guy that has not been past the second round. I don't give a flying fuck what Danny Ainge is known for. I don't care. I don't care that he's known for getting over. I don't care what the Rudy Gobert trade has done to the landscape of trades and how Danny Ainge feels that what he needs to get because what he got for Rudy Gobert. I don't care of that landscape. That has nothing to do with the New York Knickerbockers. It doesn't. It has nothing to do with us. Nothing. Nothing to do with the New York Knickerbockers, bro. So just because Danny Ainge got over on Minnesota, who's actually in a space where they have to shit or get off the pot, and that's literally what they have to do with Karl Anthony Towns at this point. And the team that they have to shit or get off the pot. You have to make a move with Karl Anthony Towns now and D'Angelo Russell and Ant-Man, because once Ant-Man becomes he's up for a fucking extension, you're gonna have to give him the bag. So you have to bring somebody in now if you're Minnesota and make use of Ant-Man's very team-friendly salary because he's on his rookie contract. That's why they were desperate to get somebody like Rudy Gobert and willing to give up everything that they gave up. That's why. It's a different ball game in New York. We're not desperate like that. Leon Rose, when he first came to the Knicks, said he had a 4 to 5 year plan to make us contenders. We just finished year 2. We're not desperate yet. Most of our important players on our team is under 25. Big fan breathe online now, baby. You can't. I'm gonna have to call you back. Let me text my guy. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Live. Right. I'm not illiterate, y'all. Just the way that this keyboard is split up is messing me up. Now. Boom. Send. Yeah, my fault, y'all. Most of the important players on the team, is under 23 years old. So we're not in the same situation as Minnesota. There's no reason for us to go and throw everything out the window because Donovan Mitchell is on the trade block. If he really wants to be a Knick, he's only 25. He's only 25. I think when his contract is up, he's like 27 years old or some shit like that. 27, 28 years old in his prime. If he really want to be a Knick, he could try to sign with us when his contract is up. But to say that you're going to give up the highest draft pick we had since Patrick Ewing, somebody that I think can play well with Donavan Mitchell, even though they have similar skill sets. It doesn't make sense. If you in the building, press like for your boy. Because while I go on this rant, you know what I mean? And this is why Stephen A. don't speak for me, bro. Because he be just saying anything. He wants any, like, at any cost, let's get a superstar here. All due respect to Donavan Mitchell, he's never won a championship, bro. He's never won a championship, and there's no guarantee that. Shout out to Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Net vlog. Even though that's my arch nemesis in the sports world, and we debate all the time, that's my bro for real. If y'all see him, he's on the YouTube. Check in right now. Like and subscribe to his YouTube page. He be going in on the net content, even though he be tripping. You feel me? That's my bro though. There's no guarantee that we're gonna get a championship with Donavan Mitchell. There's no guarantee that we're gonna get a championship with RJ Barrett. But what I'm saying is, it makes more sense for me to keep RJ Barrett than it does for me to trade RJ Barrett for Donavan Mitchell. Because the fact of the matter is, RJ Barrett is still younger than Donavan Mitchell. RJ Barrett's still showing tremendous upside every year that he's in the NBA. And he's homegrown. We don't do that. You feel me? The New York Knicks don't do that anymore. Homegrown superstars. We don't do that. I think that's important. I think that's important for the culture. And if Donavan Mitchell is really unhappy and he really wants to become a Knick, he'll sign here when he's a free agent. You do not trade RJ Barrett for somebody that you're not guaranteed to get into the finals with. At this stage, I said LeBron earlier, right? Because LeBron takes every team that he's ever been with to the finals. You feel me? There's not a team that LeBron James has been on that hasn't been to the finals. I said LeBron James earlier, but clearly he's past that time where he could just magically wave his skill wand and take everybody. Pause. That was crazy. Pause. You feel me? It's past the point where LeBron could do what he normally does and just take whatever team with whatever talent he has on to the finals. We passed that point, right? I use LeBron, but I'm saying, like, there's very few players that you be like, yo, if I get this guy and he's healthy, we're going to the finals. That's what you trade RJ Barrett for, and for first-round draft picks. Like, I don't think people understand what the combination of both is. 4 first-round draft picks. First of all, you take yourself out of contention for 4 years of getting a generational talent. You feel me? I don't even know what number the draft picks may be. But just know you completely out of contention for 4 years of possibly getting a generational talent when you trade 4 first-rounders. Right? Then you trade somebody that's showing you he has tremendous upside and improve every year on his skill set since he's been in the NBA. 3 years. Yes, baby. Bruh, like, how do you continue to do the same thing over and over? All right, peace out. How do you do it? Peace out. Peace out. Yeah, how do you do it? You don't trade somebody that continually show that he's growing every year. Again, no knock on Donavan Mitchell. I would love Spider to be a Knick under the right circumstances. I don't give a fuck about them draft picks. You feel me? If you want to give up 6 first rounders, so be it. But Utah got to understand they're going to take whatever players I'm willing to give you at that moment. If I'm giving you 6 first rounders, you don't get fucking 6 first rounders. You don't get 6 first rounders and get to pick the top of the litter from our young core for a player who's never been past the second round. Perry, talk to him, Perry. Talk to him, Perry. You feel me? Yo, listen, bro. Again, I will reiterate. I would love Donavan Mitchell on the Knicks, but under the right circumstances. Under the right circumstances, bro. I'm not trading a whole bunch of dumb shit. I'm not, bro. I don't want to feel like I'm being used and abused and I need a shower after this trade. I don't want to do it. I don't give a fuck what Danny Ainge's reputation is. That has nothing to do with our organization. I don't give a fuck what he got away with Minnesota. That has nothing to do with our organization as the New York Knickerbockers. It doesn't. It doesn't. And for Stephen A. Smith to get on his whatever platform he was on, I forget. It's not because I think that is minuscule. I'm not trying to play it. You feel me? I just forget what platform he said it on. For him to get on that platform and say that the reason why the Knicks need to do it is because of what Danny Ainge got away with in his past, that's stupid. I'm from the streets. Just because a nigga beat sorry, I'm trying to be a little bit more professional. I'm curse a lot, but I'm trying to cut down on that N word. You feel me? Just because Danny Ainge beat other people in the head doesn't mean that I need to get beat in the head too. It doesn't. That doesn't make sense for me. I'm from the streets, bro. We hustle all day. We hustle all day. Just because somebody else got hustled and I know the price of what it's worth, I'm not going to get hustled too because that guy is used to hustling people at that other price. No, that doesn't work that way. What you talking about? Then first of all, I'm not. No, first of all, listen, man. If Mel, you wasn't here when I started this. This is part of the reason why I haven't done lives or been on live because the lives usually turn into a Julius Randle thing, and I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it today, bro. If I find myself saying Julius Randle name too much, I'm going to end this live. I'm not doing it. You feel me? And just to end my statement, Julius Randle is not getting traded. So either you make grips with that or you find another team to root for because it's not going to happen. And it's not because his trade value is low. There's a lot of teams that would absolutely take Julius Randle at his price point. You feel me? It's because the Knicks believe in Julius Randle. And that's what I'm going to end that as. If I mention Julius Randle's name after I stop talking about it right now, I'm ending this live. You feel me? Yeah, so boom, back to what I was saying. Doesn't make sense, bro. Doesn't make sense. Like what Stephen A is promoting is what the Knicks has always done. Trade their young talent, trade chasing after a star. And that's not how you build a championship team. It's very rare that you do that, and it works. Like name me somebody name me 5 teams in the last 20 years that traded for a superstar and they won a championship. I'll give you one, Toronto, and that's because that was a star-for-star trade. That was Kawhi Leonard for DeRozan. It's the only time it worked. The only time it worked in the last 20 years. But I'll tell you what has worked in the last 20 years. Teams building their core from the ground up. That and keeping them together and letting them develop. That's what has worked in the last 20 years. Golden State Warriors, Milwaukee Bucks, San Antonio Spurs. Perry, that's a fact. That's a fact. Let's not forget that. Toronto also had homegrown talent. You feel me? I don't know if I said Golden State. 20, LA. You feel me? With the Kobe. Yeah, Kobe. I'm not talking about LeBron. I'm talking about Kobe. Homegrown talent. I'm talking about the last 20. Right? That's what's working more. And I feel like when you look at our roster and you look at the talent and look at the rate of growth, even though last year was a step back, but if you look at the rate of growth of the individual talent, I'm talking about Obi, I'm talking about Quickly, I'm talking about Grimes, I'm talking about RJ, I'm talking about Mitch, I'm talking about Sims, I'm talking about, you feel me? Like, bro, I just named 6 guys that I'm watching play basketball, and I'm like, hey, if they keep it up, something nice might happen. You feel me? Like, so why should we break that up to try to bring in a superstar? And that's where the downfall is. Because now, not only do you break up that camaraderie and that moment, because they're not just going to take RJ Barrett. Then the Angels going to want more than just RJ Barrett. You feel me? So, say, for instance, even if you don't trade RJ Barrett, and you trade Emmanuel Quickly, Obi, or Grimes, or whatever combination you could think of them young talents, and give up full first-round draft picks, guess what you do? You kind of start over again. Because though those guys may not be perennial all-stars, they are very good supporting cast players. They're going to develop into very good supporting cast players. And they're going to outplay their contracts. That's how you build a championship team. You build a championship team with players who outplay their contracts. You overpay your stars. Maybe not overpay, but you pay your stars accordingly. And your supporting cast outplay their contracts. That's what you have in Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes, Jericho Sims, Hartenstein, however you pronounce it. You feel me? That's what you have in those kind of guys. You start trading away those guys, you start trading away the supporting cast you need to be contenders. Perry, that's a fact. Perry in here spitting knowledge tonight. Pause. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. But yeah, bro. Like for it to even be a thought that RJ Barrett need to be traded off the New York Knicks, and you call yourself a New York Knicks fan, you need to trade yourself, man. That's why I don't fuck with Stephen A, bro, as a Knicks fan. That's why I don't fuck with Stephen A as a Knicks fan, bro. You can't fix your face and call yourself a Knicks fan and say that you would trade RJ Barrett for Spider. I know how good Spider is, but I also know I've watched RJ Barrett improve his game every single year. You know what's the anomaly with Spider and what makes Spider seem like he's so much advanced than he is? He spent more time in college. He came in the NBA at 21 years old, the age that RJ Barrett is right now. And RJ Barrett in his third year, averaged the same amount of points as Spider averaged in his first year. The numbers are almost identical. RJ Barrett got more rebounds. But other than that, the numbers are almost identical. Shooting percentage and all. RJ Barrett and Spider, go do your Googles. Do your Googles. RJ Barrett and Spider's numbers at 21 are almost identical. Spider has not taken the Utah Jazz past the second round since he's been in the NBA. Why are we going to trade a future all-star for a guy that's an all-star already and it hasn't made it past? It doesn't make sense. RJ Barrett is homegrown. You keep him for the culture. What's important is culture too. Trading RJ Barrett shows the rest of the team and the rest of the young guys that you have no faith in them. This organization has no loyalty and no faith in nobody. Because all RJ Barrett has done since he's been here is put his head down and work. Put his head down and work. If Spider want to be a Knick, whenever his contract up, he could come here if the price is too high. Because any reasonable person to be like, oh shit, they was asking for that, I respect it. I wouldn't do that neither. I'm going to come here when, I'm a free agent. But, bro, I'm going to say it one last time, then I'm off this. Just because Danny Ainge known for robbing people and digging in their pockets don't mean that we have to doesn't mean that we have to fall victim to the same thing. I don't care what he did with all these other teams. I do not care what he did with these other teams. I don't care what he did in Boston, how he was robbing people over there. I don't care how he robbed Minnesota. I don't care. That don't mean the Knicks got to get robbed too. Like the fact that Stephen A even thinks that's a valid point to bring up when it comes to the trade with the Knicks shows how ridiculous he is and how much not of a Knicks fan he is. Barry was good, bro. Barry a KD fan, but he a good guy though. You know what I mean? He a good guy. Barry was good. Hope to see you on the 10th, bro. We about to get crazy. Yeah, just for you to bring that up as a point of why the Knicks need to trade RJ Barrett because Danny Ainge is used to running over people and having his way. Who gives a fuck? Really? Who cares? Who cares? Like, because somebody's used to out hustling people, I gotta automatically bow down to him because he's used to out hustling people. I'm from New York. I'm a hustler too. You ain't gonna out hustle me. We might come to a common ground, but you ain't gonna out hustle me. What you talking about? How is that a thing that you even gonna think that's valid, bro? Like, that's crazy. What's on your mata, Stephen A? Like, what's on your mata, bro? To be like, oh yeah, he fleeced Minnesota. He fleeced all these other teams, so the Knicks gonna have to bow. What? You sound goofy. You sound goofy. Get out of here. I don't care who he fleeced, bro. He's not gonna fleece us. Because of the fact of the matter, what he's not thinking about is Danny Ainge doesn't want to go into this season with Donavan Mitchell. He doesn't. He's on automatic. He already showed his hand that he wants to rebuild. He already showed his hand that the rebuild is what they want, what he wants. And that coincides with his GM. I mean, yeah, his GM or president operation history. Danny Ainge ain't never took over no squad and kept the team the way it is. He went to straight rebuild. He already showed his hand. I don't care about what that. Listen, Knicks 100. What does that have to do with the Knicks though? It don't. It's a new era, bro. Like the fitted, it's a new era. Is this a new era? No, I think this. Oh yeah, this is a new era. This is a new era. It's a new era, bro. It's a new era for the New York Knicks. We're not doing none of that stupid shit we was doing before, bro. It's clip for that. It's clip. Don't know that Danny Ainge is trying to rock. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Every report that I've seen from credible sources, sources that I deem credible, you feel me? And I am very stingy with that word when it comes to sources and being credible. They saying that Danny Ainge want anywhere from 4 to 6 picks, 4 to 7 picks or something like that. 4 to 7. You do have to pay for stars. So I don't know when you joined the live, Knicks 100. I don't know when you joined the live. But what I said is this. If you want 6 first rounders, I have no problem giving you 6 first rounders. But you're going to end up taking whatever players I deem worthy to give you. You're not going to get 4+ first rounders and think you're going to have the pick of the litter of all our young talent. That doesn't make sense. Not for a player who hasn't made it past the second round. Like, I like Donavan Mitchell. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Donavan Mitchell is not a star player, not saying that he's not an all-star talent. But what I'm saying is this. Donavan Mitchell, since he's been in the NBA, has not made it past the second round. So why would I give up RJ Barrett, the highest draft pick we had since Pat, and 4 first rounders? It doesn't make sense. Bro, I seen the Paul George trade. It wasn't a good trade. It was a good trade for the Thunder. If you start looking at the Thunder's young core, if you look at the Thunder's young core, that shows that it was an amazing trade for the Thunder. It was a horrible trade for the Clippers because the Clippers haven't achieved shit yet. They have potential to achieve something this year. That's if they stay healthy. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George together on the same team. We talking about health as the backbone of their organization? No, that's a horrible trade. Horrible. My guy Steven in the building. I got to read his comment before I post it because sometimes I'll be wanting to respond to him, but sometimes he be bugging so much that I'll be like, no, not going to waste my time. But Steven is my guy. Shout out to Steven on the check-in. He thinks he should get way more. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to post that. Steven. Oh, my God. Oh, Steven. Yeah, I think it's the first time me and you agreed on something in so long. And Steven has been a supporter of Nixon-ish for a very long time. Listen, since damn near the beginning, Steven's my guy for real. I've done freaking 6-hour lives with Steven. That's my guy. But this is the first time me and him agreed on something in a very long time. That's a fact, Steven. Talk to them. Talk to them, Steven. That's a fact. You want all those draft picks, you're going to get Evan Fournier and Derrick Rose and be happy about it. You're going to take that with a smile. And that's not a bad trade because they both, bro, after next season, Evan Fournier's contract is 100% movable. You have to stay with Evan for 1 season, and after that, his contract is 100% movable. Derrick Rose's contract is movable next season. It's expiring. And you would get all the picks you want. Shout out to Steven for that comment, man. Word up. Yo, listen, man. The Rudy deal has nothing to do with the Knicks. And that's a fact. I don't care. I don't care what you did with Rudy. I don't care how that went down. Like, for real. Like, yo, the price of things go up and down from state to state, bro. You do know that the price of goods go up and down from state to state. You could buy a pack of cigarettes in New York for, I don't even know, I haven't smoked in like almost 10 years. But for instance, when I was smoking, it was like $12, $13, right? But you go down to Virginia, it's like $6 a pack. You feel me? Like the price changed from state to state. Just because what you sold in Minnesota was high don't mean it's gonna be high over here in New York, bro. It's a whole different organization over here. Don't be mad at us because you peaked over in Minnesota. That's a fact, bro. And the crazy part is this, right? And this is what everybody needs to understand. The Knicks literally have the best offer for the Jazz. So you think that Danny Ainge is going to talk himself out of position? Because even if we don't give him exactly what he wants from us, our basement is better than everybody else's. Highest point. So you think Danny Ainge is gonna pass up on our basement to take somebody attic because and it's lower than ours just because he wanna spite us? That's stupid. You're not a good businessman if that's the case. You're not a good businessman if you're going to take a lower offer than what we could give you at our lowest, just because I don't like the way you're treating me. I'm gonna go take this lower offer just cause. It's not even close. Not even close. Yo, Danny Ainge, you make the call, take 6 first-round draft picks, take Evan Fournier and Derrick Rose and call it a fucking day, bro. Let's move on with our lives. I am tired of having this conversation about fucking Donovan Mitchell and if he is or if he's not coming to the Knicks. I don't want to have this conversation anymore. I don't. I stopped going live because I want actual other things to talk about. I want to talk about other things. I want to talk about, you know, how Obi and Jalen Brunson is running everywhere, playing pickup games together, building chemistry before the season starts. Let's talk about that more often. You feel me? But I know whenever I get on live, I have to talk about Donovan Mitchell and Julius Randle. So I stay away from everything. You feel me? But I would really love this. Let's talk about Fro Brunson. Fro Brunson is out here going crazy. My phone is on 5%, so I'm really about to get off this. You feel me? Fro Brunson out here going crazy with Obi-Wan. That's something we need to be talking about. And Stephen A is not the voice of the New York Knicks fans, bro. He got the biggest platform, but he don't know what the fuck he be talking about, bro. You want to trade RJ Barrett for Spider Mitchell, bro? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Respectfully, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like his drip is corny too. Like how you going to like how I'm supposed to take advice from somebody who wears a button up with the chain hanging outside the open buttons of the button up? Like how I'm supposed to take advice from somebody like that? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here. Stephen A is not the voice of the New York Knicks, man. I'm not saying I'm that, but what I'm saying is, bro, he not it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. Follow us on everything on that banner underneath. Steven, that's what I'm saying. Like, Steven, you hear what I'm saying, bro. You hear what I'm saying. You here with me. We here, bro. I'm saying the same shit. The only way it works is if you pair the stars together, not trade one of the stars to bring in another star. The only time that worked was because of Kawhi. Because DeRozan ain't like that. That's why it worked. They had the team that could win the championship, but DeRozan ain't like that. Or he wasn't. Or he might still not be like that. I don't know. But what I'm saying, that's the only reason why it worked, bro. Because that team was championship ready already. They just needed the star to propel them there. You feel me? That's why that worked. You don't never see trading stars for stars work for a championship. If you want to trade Donovan Mitchell to build with Donovan Mitchell, you might as well keep RJ Barrett for that. You feel me? Like that. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm out. My phone about to die. I appreciate everybody up on the pull up, man. If you ain't do it already, please follow us on everything on the banner. You feel me? Shout out to my guy Kev. He be running the Knicks and Ish everything on a day-to-day basis. And I just get the joy of coming up here and talking whenever I feel like talking. Kev do all the hard work. You feel me? Shout out to my guy Kev, man. And like Knicks and Ish should be super quiet if it wasn't for Kev. You feel me? He ain't here tonight because, you know, grown men doing grown man things. I just popped up tonight. You feel me? But shout out to Steven. Shout out to Knicks 100. Yo, Knicks 100. If you ain't already following us, follow us, my guy. If you are, I'm gonna subscribe to you too. If we not already, I don't know. Barry in the building. I already get Perry in the building. Yeah. Shout out to everybody was in the building, man. Let me get off this. Mel was in the building. Let me get off this before my phone die. I appreciate y'all. Steve, and last thing. Stephen A is not the voice of the New York Knicks. Somebody tell him to shut up about the New York Knicks, man. He don't know what the hell he be talking about, bro. I'm out.